Hey guys! You already know what's about to go down because you've seen the title of the video. If not, this has been circulating around the internet a lot. If you haven't seen it, go on Twitter or Google it, whatever. Robert Pattinson has his own pasta recipe which he made on Skype with a GQ interviewer, and well, it was a lot. So I'm probably the last YouTube person to do this. I know everyone else got there first. As soon as I saw it, I thought, I have to make this video. Obviously I live with other people who are locked down with me as well, so I don't always have use of the kitchen to myself, so I couldn't make it as soon as I would have liked. But I thought I'd still do it anyway, because views. I thought to preface the events that are about to go down, I would start with a dramatic reading of everything that went down, because that's what I wanted to do. He puts on latex gloves, he pulls out some sugar and some aluminum foil and makes a bed, a kind of hollowed out sphere with the foil. He holds up a box of penne pasta that he had in the house. Alright, Pattinson says. So obviously, first things first, you gotta microwave the pasta. I watch as he pours dry penne into a cereal bowl, covers it with water, and places it in the microwave for 8 minutes. He says using penne is already new territory for him. Nevertheless, penne and water in the microwave for 8 minutes. In the meantime, he takes the foil and he begins dumping sugar on top of it. Ugh. I found after a lot of experimentation that you really need to congeal everything in an enormous amount of sugar and cheese. I'm not going to enjoy this challenge. So after the sugar, he opens his first package of cheese and begins layering slice after slice onto the sugar foil. Then more sugar. It really needs a sugar crust. I'm not going to enjoy eating any of this. Then he realises that he's forgotten the outer layer, which is supposed to be breadcrumbs, but today will be crushed up cornflakes. So he lifts the pile of cheese and sugar and crumbles some cornflakes onto the aluminum foil before placing the sugar cheese back on top of it. Then he adds sauce, which is red. The microwave dings and Pattinson promptly burns himself on the bowl of pasta. He sighs heavily looking at it. No idea if it's cooked or not. He dumps the pasta in anyway. At this point, his spirits have visibly begun to flag. He pours more sugar on top of it and then produces the top half of a bun, which he hollows out, places it on top of the rest of whatever the hell this thing is, and begins burning the top of the bun with the giant novelty lighter. You look like you're cooking meth, I say, because he does. I'm trying really hard to sell this company. I'm doing this for my brand. At this point, he accidentally ignites one of his latex gloves, which promptly melts into his palm. He yells in pain. Then he gingerly holds up the finished product. Some approximation of a P followed by a C for piccolini cuisine, burned into the top of a hamburger bun. Nice. He starts wrapping the whole thing up with more aluminum foil, then compacts it, then wraps it some more, then squeezes it again. Suddenly he stops. Can you actually put foil in an oven? I say yes, you can, but what you absolutely must not do is put foil in a microwave. And he says, cool. And he then goes looking for his oven, which he's never used before. And this is a nice house, so there are multiple options. And the one he settles on, well, it looks like another microwave to me. He assures me it's not. Narrator voice, it was. I reckon probably 10 minutes. He puts the aluminum sphere, the little pillow, into what he thinks is an oven and I think is a microwave. He attempts to turn it on. I actually knew how to do this before, he tells me. I literally did this yesterday. And now it's just impossible. I kinda love him. It's gonna look like I can't cook at all. He fumbles at some more buttons. Oh, he said excitingly now. 1,000 watts, there you go. Proudly he is walking back towards the counter that his phone is on, when behind him a lightning bolt erupts from the oven/microwave, and Pattinson ducks like someone outside has opened fire. He's giggling and crouching as the oven throws off stray flickers of light and sound. The fucking electricity, oh my god, he says, still on the floor. And then, with a loud final bang, the oven/microwave goes dark. In the silence, Pattinson and I both stare at the mysterious piece of machinery built into the wall behind him. Yeah, I think I have to leave that alone, he says, sighing again, picking himself up the floor. But that's a piccolini cuisino. Piccolini cuscino. The end. So with that chaos, let's go downstairs and try it out. Now I don't really know where to start with this situation, so I'm just going to start with the list of ingredients. According to Robert Pattinson, you will need penne, cornflakes, which he considers to be the same as breadcrumbs for some reason, red sauce, so I've got passata, and this is the cheese. I did feel really bad buying all this cheese because I felt like I was wasting food, so that's one thing I started feeling really guilty about when I was in the supermarket. Also, I got a lot of really weird looks, so I just went straight to self-service and like scanned them as quickly as possible so people couldn't see that I had 9 packs of pre-sliced cheese. Another thing is it's really dangerous to go to the supermarket because like no one socially distances there, so I risked my life for this video. I hope you're grateful. But first things first, hygiene, so I am going to tie my hair back. And the second thing is Robert Pattinson used rubber gloves for some reason. He puts on latex gloves. He pulls out some sugar and some aluminum foil. He holds up a box of penne pasta that he has in the house. Here you go. So obviously, first things first, you gotta microwave the pasta. He pours dry penne into a cereal bowl, covers it with water and puts it in the microwave for 8 minutes. I hope this doesn't blow up my microwave. I'm sure that's enough, Robert. So after the sugar, he opens his first packet of cheese and begins layering slice after slice onto the sugar foil. Then more sugar. It really needs a sugar crust. Oh. Is this what you want, Robert? Is this what you want? By the way, this is half a pack of cheese. We got that much left in the pack and all these. So I don't think we're gonna end up using all this cheese. I think that's just gonna end up staying in my fridge for weeks. Oh my god. I should not be multitasking at this moment. So I think we're never going to manage to use that amount of cheese with that amount of pasta, and I'm lactose intolerant, so I bought the cheese to try and copy it as exactly as I can. I don't think we're going to manage to use it all. Never mind, I'm doing it as closely as I can. So I've done the sugar crust. He then realises he's forgotten the outer layer, which is supposed to be breadcrumbs, but today will be crushed up cornflakes. Cornflakes and eat 'em up, man. They say I'm going crazy. Well, that is the plan. This is quite good ASMR. Maybe. It's satisfying anyway. Nothing has exploded in there yet. Lovely. This is a very hot bowl, so you will need, if you for some reason want to do this, to use a tea towel. You will need to lift this up. There's sugar underneath, and you put the cornflakes in the sugar, I think. I don't know why we're doing this. We're just following Robert's instructions. If anyone comes down, they're going to think I'm crazy. So he lifts the pile of cheese and sugar and crumbles some cornflakes onto the aluminum foil before placing the sugar cheese back on top of it. Then he adds sauce, which is red. I don't know how I can add sauce to that. I think I've made the wrong kind of bowl. Excuse me while I make a better foil bowl. Then he adds sauce, which is red. Oh, this is going to be the water. Oh no, it's okay. I thought the watery end of the passata was going to come out. That's disgusting. I'm sorry, Mum, for wasting the passata. The microwave dings and Pattinson promptly burns himself on the bowl of pasta. Which is why we use this. He sighs heavily looking at it. Sorry, I'm going to try and read this without laughing. He sighs heavily looking at it. No idea if it's cooked or not. He dumps the pasta in anyway. How can you not tell if it's cooked? At this point, his spirits have visibly begun to flag. I mean, there's absolutely no chance this is gonna work. Absolutely none. He is quite a mood. It seems like he didn't empty out the water, so we're gonna have to do that. Maybe his water dissolved or something, but mine water is still there. And I don't see how I'm gonna empty the pasta onto that bowl made of foil. I think I'm gonna need to use a separate bowl. I think I'm just gonna drain off the, still a bit warm, drain off the water and carry on from there. Pasta. 64 slices of American cheese. Oh my god, this is disgusting. There's red sauce and cornflakes mixed together on the outside. That's disgusting. I'm gonna recycle that. I'm gonna clean it and recycle it. That's disgusting. Am I supposed to eat that? He then just sort of cooked it like that, I think. Yeah, it does seem as though he used the foil bowl throughout, which is why he almost blew up his house. But I'm not going to pour a load of pasta onto that because my bowl isn't very strong and it will collapse and ruin my house. So sorry for breaking the rules, Robert, but I'm going to be putting them in a separate bowl. He dumps the pasta in anyway. He pours more sugar on top of it. Oh no, and then produces the top half of a bun. Oh, I didn't know that was on the... It didn't say bun on the list of ingredients. He pours more sugar on top of that. Oh, and then produces the top half of a bun, which he hollows out and then puts on top of whatever this thing is. And begins burning the top of the bun. He burns initials into the bun, which I'm not going to do because I don't trust myself with fire. But I will find something resembling a bun. Extra sugar. There's not going to be any more than that. Oh, the sugar touched the pasta, it's disgusting. And I haven't got a bun, so I'm just going to put a normal crust of bread. I'm not going to burn my initials. I'll put my initials on it. Yes, I'll put my initials on it safely. I have written my initials in passata. Are you proud of me, Robert Pattinson? I'm really trying to sell this company. I'm doing this for my brand. At this point, he accidentally ignites one of his latex gloves, which promptly melts into his palm. I'm not going to do that for the views. He yells in pain, then he gingerly holds up the finished product. Ta-da! Some approximation of a P followed by a C for piccolini cuisine, burned on the top of a hamburger bun. Well, this is my interpretation of it. He starts wrapping the whole thing up in more foil, then compacts it, then wraps it some more, then squeezes it again. Suddenly he stops. Can you actually put foil in an oven? And it's at this point that he puts his creation into what he thought was an oven, which may have been a microwave, which was a microwave and caused a lot of explosions. So I think to stay true to the recipe, I will put foil on it and I will put it in the oven, which is definitely not a microwave, definitely an oven, and we'll see how this turns out. Oh, he fumbles at some more buttons. Oh, he says excitedly now. 1,000 watts, there you go. Proudly, he's walking back towards the counter that his phone is on, when behind him, a lightning bolt erupts from the oven/microwave, and Pattinson ducks like someone outside has opened fire. He's giggling and crouching as the oven throws off stray flickers of light and sound. The fucking electricity, oh my god, he says, still on the floor. And then, with a loud final bang, the oven/microwave goes dark. In the silence, Pattinson and I both stare at the mysterious piece of machinery built into the wall behind him. I think I have to leave that alone now, he says, sighing again, picking himself up off the floor. But that is a piccolini cuisine. Oh, the sugar's falling into it. It's really gross. Why am I doing this? This is going in the oven and then we'll see how it looks and tastes in my case. Not looking forward to that. Bon appetit. I did realise that he said he bought 9 packs of pre-sliced cheese, but he didn't say that he used all of them, so I think he was just saying that's how many he bought, so I think it's fine that we didn't use all of them. We used half a pack, so I hope the rest of the cheese lasts and doesn't go off, because we're going to be having cheese sandwiches for weeks now. Also, I realised I didn't mix the sauce in, so I think I'll do that in a minute, and then I'll finish tidying up. At this point, my mum came in and was like, "Oh, Gouda cheese. Whose is this?" And I said, "It's anybody's." And she like started eating a slice of Gouda cheese, and I thought, "Oh my god, wait till you see how much I have." I didn't even want to show her. I was just like, be excited about that amount of Gouda cheese, but I don't know what she's gonna do when she sees all that in the fridge. Something is smelling bad from the oven, and I don't know if it's because there was foil on it, so I've taken the foil off. This would be okay without the sugar and the cornflakes. I guess what you've got to do is wait for the cheese to completely melt. I'm going to try and mix the sauce in. Wait for the cheese to completely melt. That was not supposed to happen. Oh no, my branding. I never get famous off Piccolino Cuisino. I can't stir it with solid cheese in there, so I'm gonna have to wait for it to all melt. I think I might mash the cheese up a bit so it melts better. Is this the most disgusting thing I've ever done for views? Probably. If I just cut it into smaller pieces, then it will melt and be less disgusting. I don't know if I can say less disgusting. Robert Pattinson, I hate you. Okay, that's a work of art, truly. I think I might keep the bun off and the foil off and just let it melt completely and then come back and see how it is. So I've been eating one of these little treats from Higgidy. They're really nice, they've got spinach in them. I've had one before, and then I'm gonna eat the horrible thing, and then I'm gonna have one after to take the taste away. On the surface, it looks just like some congealed, not very well made cheese and tomato pasta. I don't know why you would use sliced cheese instead of grated cheese, but that's what it looks like, just cheese and tomato pasta. But then you remember it's full of sugar and cornflakes, which is not good. It's very sweet. I like sweetness, but I don't know why it's on pasta. It wasn't too atrocious, it was just very sweet. It actually makes me want pasta, but because this isn't nice pasta, that's kind of stressing me out. I think I'm gonna have to end up making nice pasta later to make up for it. I'm gonna find a bit with cornflakes on. Is that cornflakes? God. I like tomato. I'm kind of relieved. I think that was mostly tomato and nothing weird. That has a bit of cornflake on it. And sugar. Oh, my mouth is confused. It's like you get the pasta, which is good. A little undercooked, but not bad. And you get the tomato, and it's like, ooh, tomato, I like tomato. And then you get like sugar and cornflakes. I don't know why he wouldn't just, I mean, it wouldn't be very brandable as his invention, but just cheese and tomato pasta on its own would be fine. Is that a nice bit or a nasty bit? I think that's an okay bit. Okay, that bit's just cheese and tomato. Oh no, I think there's a bit of cornflake in there. I can't really taste the cornflakes, thank God. Okay, my verdict is too sweet. That's my verdict. I'm gonna try and find a nice bit. I know, I'm gonna try and find a horrible bit because that's what you're here for. If I dig, there's a lot more tomato underneath. That's a good bit. There's bits where there isn't really any sugar, and those are the bits I like. What happened to the cornflake? Maybe he's right and the cornflakes do just taste like breadcrumbs and like not bother you. I never thought I'd say maybe he'd right about this recipe. That's got a bit of cornflake on it. Oh, it's sugary. No. The verdict is too sweet. If you want to make pasta, I just wanted a really sweet bit. If you want to make pasta, just make it with tomato and cheese and be normal. If you want to not be normal and add something a bit spicy, maybe add some hot sauce or add some Tabasco or add fucking spinach or something. I don't know. This has got spinach in it. This is very nice. The verdict on these, I've been talking about this for nearly 4 minutes. Cheese and spinach, very nice. with a little bit of pepper or something. This is very nice. This is disgusting. My verdict is too much sugar. You could even make it with the cornflakes, I guess, but just don't add sugar. Add salt and pepper, and or maybe some pesto or hot sauce or tomato sauce. I don't know, something savoury. You do not need to add sugar to a pasta tomato dish. That is my verdict. Too much sugar. Don't add sugar. What are you doing, Robert Pattinson? Please stop. The drink is needed after that. Because it wasn't well mixed together, there are just like pockets of where all the sugar is. There are some safe areas and there are some very unsafe areas. But this, thank you Higgity. This is good. This is not sponsored by Higgity, but maybe it should be. It's a load of cheese cooked with crispy edges and spinach. This is what I'm gonna be eating now. That can go in the bin. But we have a lot of pasta and cheese now, so I can make a proper pasta dish. This is good. I hope you enjoyed that, guys. I hope you found it entertaining. If you want to see more craziness, then click the subscribe button. And if you liked the video, give it a like so I know you liked it. And I have another video soon about the quarantine. More about working within lockdown and outside of lockdown and being an essential worker and that side of things. So if you want to see anything like that, stay tuned because that's what my next video is going to be. I love you guys. Stay safe. Wash your hands. Socially distance. And see you soon. Bye.